Are you serious? Are you serious? Thank you for being a member of my Patreon channel. Thank you so much. Well, this is a very sensitive subject, but it's got to be brought up. And guys, and I can't talk about it hardly anymore on mainstream social media, but Flint, Michigan is just damned. Okay? Flint, Michigan is damned. That is the words from the people of Flint, Michigan. That's not my words. They're saying the water. Now, look, they've had 12 people die from Legionnaire's disease, from contaminated water. They just had 200 million gallons of raw sewage pouring into the Flint River. And and it's causing all kinds of health issues now related to the elevated levels of lead that's been in the toxins. It's made hundreds of people sick over the last 5 years because the pipes got corroded during that 18 months that they were getting the water from the Flint River instead of Lake Huron. And those pipes are still corroded, and they still haven't fixed them all. In 5 years, they still haven't repaired them all. Meanwhile, the official count of Legionnaire's disease deaths is 12, and 90 people have been reported sick from Legionnaires. So out of 90 people confirmed with Legionnaire's disease, 12 of them died from the contaminated, poisonous Flint River water that was part of the drinking water. Now they are getting the water from Lake Huron, but they don't have all the pipes fixed. So we still have people getting sick from lead poisoning, which is affecting all kinds of birth defects and all kinds of learning disabilities. And these devastating situation is based on years of enterprise of a lot of good reporters were digging it out in the Michigan area, but we still got this way high death toll of pneumonia. Matter of fact, it's devastating what's happening. And according to reports, people knew the water was contaminated before the city's supply switched back to Lake Huron. One of the subjects featured in this reporting told producers that a foreman in the water plant in Flint, Michigan in 2014 knew that this outdated facility, which was being used to produce the water, wasn't ready for safely dispense the water, and he knew it. And people are going to die, he said. And in 2016, he died. Before that, he called his sister and said, "Look, they're getting ready to flip the switch. I want you to call everybody you know. Don't drink the water in Flint, Michigan. Please tell your friends, their families, everyone, don't drink the water." Now, officially, the source of Legionnaire's disease outbreak has not been definitively proven that it was the Flint River, but a number of scientists have said that for sure it was. And for several months, teams have analyzed every death recorded in the country during a 7-year period, searching for records of deceased residents whose recorded cause of death was pneumonia. And among the scientists and medical professionals, sometimes cases of Legionnaire's disease can be misdiagnosed as of an illness. But what we're finding out now, folks, is that people are still getting sick, even though the water's coming from Lake Huron, until they fix all the pipes, can't they step this up? Matter of fact, during a 6-month period, from May to October of 2014, 44 people died of pneumonia. That was up 57% from pneumonia deaths the year before. And it was by far, historically, the highest ever. And Flint's deadly water situation seems to be an ongoing, constant problem. It's become it's Chernobyl. It is the Wormwood. You've got Wormwood flowing through the faucets in Flint, Michigan. What? And it's become an environmental disaster. And you would think after this long, the last thing you would want to see is 200 million gallons of raw sewage pouring into the Flint River. And that's still working. It's open air raw sewage. You people are down by the river, down at the park. The homeless sleep down there. People hang out down there, barbecues, kids playing in the park, smelling the rotten smell of raw sewage, human feces, fish are dying, people are sick, airborne diseases, coughing, pneumonia, flus, all kinds of stuff. And here you got 200 million gallons just floating down the river. And guys, what are they thinking? It's gonna seep into the water ducts on down the line. And so it's confusing, it's frustrating, it's upsetting. And what are you going to do? Okay, 200 million gallons of untreated sewage in the Flint River, leading officials to warn residents to avoid contact with the river water due to potently high bacteria levels related to this spill. Unbelievable. Even in October of 2015, several officials were charged with felonies, including involuntary manslaughter for the Legionnaire disease outbreak, including others. And matter of fact, in Michigan, district court determined 2 rulings that the cases against 2 officials could proceed to a jury trial. If you've been following the story at all, folks, you would not be surprised to learn that those 2, that the subsequent developments hint at justice being further delayed, and the wait for a solution of the justice of these people who died continues to get pushed on down the line. And the cameras are lingering on the lesions on the skin that are not healing. People with gaps for air, lungs have been damaged, and Flint will have drinkable water again someday. I don't know. Will they? I don't think so. It's Wormwood flowing through the faucets in Flint, Michigan. It's frustrating. Chernobyl, Flint, Michigan. Legionnaire's disease. It's shocking. Pray for the people of Flint, Michigan. They deserve better. Good people there. But according to their own people, Flint, Michigan is damned. That's not my words. Thank you for being a member of this Patreon channel. How frustrating is this? Pray for Flint.